Well, hello everyone. I haven't seen you lately. I am here playing a real-time game. I I haven't made a video in a while. I did not do well in the tournament, um, and frankly felt a little discouraged. And so I took sort of a break from making any videos. I didn't feel worthy to comment on anybody else's play. So my plan at the moment is to comment on my own play. I can tell you what's in my head. I can't make good guesses about what anybody else is thinking. Um, I was also hoping that I could find somebody who wasn't overly good at the game to just do well against. But instead, I got Stevie. Um, so here I go. Let's see how this goes. I need to, and Stevie picks a microverse. I think that, I don't know. I'm just going to die. I can tell. Um, this is one of those where Stevie's got some sort of evil plan, and I don't remember what it is. And I think I'm probably going to play the exact same game that I played with him in the tournament. And we'll see how it goes. There are people have been developing ways to have very annoying openings. And I haven't learned them. So I expect to just get squashed here. So if I trade, I'm Stevie's got this large yellow, and if so, he's got the potential to move things into my homeworld very fast. If I trade for, I'd like to have a large yellow too, but if I trade for a large yellow, Stevie starts coming into my home. He knocks out my yellow star before I can do much. Well, maybe that's not so bad. If I trade for a large yellow and he moves his large yellow into my home, I capture it. He moves in his other yellow and I lose my star. But I've still got two ships and he's only got one. Mm, I don't think that's worth it. Oh, this is not a good game for somebody who's already feeling discouraged about their ability and just wants I really wanted a nice normal large universe game. Something kind of slow where I can figure it out as I go and I'm feeling comfortable. And instead of that, I'm going to get absolutely mangled. If I trade for a little yellow, he can still get my star, but I'd be left with a large ship. So we'll see how this goes. Part of the trouble I've had with Homeworlds lately is also just that, well, so the as I alluded to, like the metagame is changing a lot. So I, of course, have not kept up with it very well. Okay, so Alti is also connected to my home. I really want to have this someplace that it can build. And that place is not going to be my home world. So if he builds yellow, I'll be able to build a medium yellow, which doesn't sound too bad. You know, I just barely got used to the idea that blue, yellow, medium Gemini might be a good opener. It was pretty safe. People keep changing. Um, anyway, with a full-time job and chores to do at home, and now a Babamot's on the way, I have not had a whole lot of time for hobbies. And you might be saying that, well, Homeworlds shouldn't be a hobby. Homeworlds should be your life. Well, I've got to pay the electricity bill to, to have my computer so that I can play Homeworlds. My guess is that Stevie is deciding how mean to be. Stevie knows exactly what to do to deal with this naive opener, I expect. Just wants to decide how much to embarrass me. Well, if Stevie trades for blue, that's fewer places he can build yellow, and if I push for green, green is a lot closer to opening up into mediums than blue is. We're playing with fairly fast timers here. Um, you only get about a minute back after your turn, and the timers max out at 3 minutes, which is pretty quick for a tough abstract strategy game. I wonder if Stevie is actually wishing that he'd gone into green at some point earlier. Do I keep getting green, or do I try to get after him in the blue, shut down his blue building things? I think I'm going to stick with the green for now. Does he trade one of those? What do you do with blue? There's not a lot to do with blue, actually. Well, that's interesting. I'm not sure precisely what that achieved. Now, I could get a medium yellow. Stevie could overpopulate it with my star, but I'd be left with a large. That doesn't feel so bad. In fact, if I were to discover a... Well, he's probably planning on discovering a large green before I can get there. Um, Yellow's the color that scares me most right now. But blue could be coming up quick on that list. Okay. This feels a little funny, but I want to trade away something so that I want to get a blue so that Stevie can't just run away with all of it too easily. But I also don't want to trade a small back into the bank or my large. Goodness, no, not my large. I want to make it the green so that I can rebuild a medium here. As long as Stevie doesn't get green, I'm going to be able to keep building these mediums, which feels pretty good. I'm a little scared that Stevie has two places to build yellow now. That gives Stevie more places to build, more room to build blue, but blue is really not the color Stevie should be interested in right now. That's a colony I would like to invade. Okay, Stevie has put a large amount of time into bringing these blues to be. Stevie could overpopulate my blue star, but they'd have to sacrifice. Well, no, they wouldn't even have to sacrifice. Mm-hmm. Could move them in one at a time. I would need to move my red out. I think I need to trade. I'm going to trade this for a red now, both to potentially invade this colony and to make it so I can safely move my blue out if Stevie comes in. This does not feel as premeditated as I expected Stevie's game to be. Only time I've seen me have more rating points. Well, um, yeah, my I have not been very careful with my rating points. I think if you play and beat somebody who's got the same number of rating points as you get. You know, I can't remember. Is it 30? 30 seems like way too much. Maybe 10? Okay, now that's why I needed to trade for red, is because now I can safely move my blue out of here. And if he captures my red, I can just capture back. Do I want to invade this colony? Yes, I really think I do. That way he's got more threats than he can deal with. boy, I I sandbagged pretty good at the beginning of this game. I did not expect to do well. I really expected Stevie to have a big old master plan. Okay, do I let Stevie just overpopulate this? I could simply capture Stevie's invader. Hmm. So, reasonable options: capture the invader without sacrifice, or sacrifice the R2, capture the invader and one of his blues, or the yellow, since the blues are about to get overpopulated anyhow. Those, as I see it, are the reasonable options. Hmm. If I capture the invader, if I sacrifice to capture the invader and the yellow, he can't move these blues into my home without sacrificing his mothership. I don't want. I really don't like losing a home star, no matter what I get for it. I think I'm gonna let him overpopulate my medium. Because I can build more. That puts Stevie pretty close to the Stone Age. I mean, I guess he could trade it for another color. Red, indeed. Okay. Now, if Stevie, well, if Stevie were to capture my little yellow, I wouldn't be able to safely capture it back. Well, not all that safely. I'd be out of red. But Stevie can't really afford to be invading my homeworld when he's only got the one ship. Well, yeah, that could still get really ugly really fast. Do I just build the R2? I think I just build the R2. That way if Stevie captures, I can capture back. If Stevie were to spread out the blues, they'd be threatening to build a large, but I would be too. Yeah, let's stick with this. Oh, well, okay, that's Stevie resigning then. Yeah, we take those. I think At least I think that's what I want. Oh, Stevie says oops. Um, I that's not my fault. Stevie is the one who forgot it was a microverse. I think pretty sure that's what I want. I mean, it's not like I've got. If I could sacrifice, if I had a Y2 to sacrifice, I could overpopulate the reds and invade with my mothership and have a red ready to uh, take over the rest, but I don't. Okay, and Stevie resigns. Stevie resigns. Okay, well, and how many points do you get? Okay, so somebody. Okay, so I had it was 10. Okay, so 10 points for equally matched. All right. I actually played a real time game in person with someone who let me know where their real world game group was, and I showed up unannounced, and we played a little game. That was fun. Well, I think beating Stevie counts as a morale boost. Maybe maybe I'll even feel worthy to commentate a game again sometime. Um, anyway, I think that's it for right now. Thanks you for watching.